On blast.
As you mentioned, big game reception for Dwane Casey. What are you thinking? What should the fans base do for Dwane Casey on Wednesday?
Well, I definitely see a scoreboard tribute.
Yeah, video tribute, Coach Case
video
for sure.
timeout thing.
Something
Yeah.
about pound the rock, right? That was his thing.
I mean, listen, he was the coach for definitely our better seasons as a franchise.
The best run in franchise history is under Dwane Casey. That is a fact.
I mean, we didn't do this for O'Neal or anything, but I liked Carter, Butch Carter because of of those days. But I mean, when it comes down to the nitty gritty, Coach Casey was our rock as the head coach. So they're definitely going to do something for him. And
you know what I think?
But nothing.
I don't know. I go the other way. I think they go overboard because they kind of feel
because
bad
the way
about how it went down.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I think they'll try to overcompensate for how bad it went down. And the fans, for sure, I mean, I should say for sure, but sometimes I wonder about the crowds at the ACC now because I kind of wonder, and I know it's not the ACC. I just don't care to call it Scotiabank Arena. Because I'm not cutting checks off that, so whatever. Right? But the fans that are there, I hope, and the reason why I say I hope is because I fear that a lot of real fans are getting slowly priced out of the arena because it sounds really quiet at times.
God, I hope not. Yeah.
It sounds really quiet at times.
Because the Raptors fans are one of the best.
Exactly.
In the league.
So I hope those great fans are there on Wednesday to give Dwane Casey a standing O because Dwane Casey had the best run, as you mentioned, in franchise history. Dwane Casey, he improved each and every year. The team's record improved in each and every year that he was a coach. But then also add in the fact of, the development of Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan under Coach Casey. And as much as Kyle and Casey butted heads, I think a lot of that was because Coach Casey was kind of like, that like annoying dad, for lack of a better term, that always was staying on you. Yeah.
Would after the game give him a arm over the shoulder.
Yes. You know what I mean? Like hard on you, but it was for your betterment in the long run. And I just think that like the Raptors, the way that they won all those years, they weren't more talented than a lot of these teams.
No,
they just they hustled, they played defense, right? They grinded out wins.
Be where Nurse is right now, right? So that was.
I'm interested to see that.
Oh, they're all the Raptor players, and then we're gonna go over.
No. I mean the Nurse Casey thing, because there's like some rumblings that maybe they're not.
Animosity.
This is not cool. You know what I mean? There's right.
They're supposed to leave if I leave. And
who knows? Well, I'm trying to tiptoe around what I say here, but I did always find it kind of weird that in hindsight, I'm definitely saying this in hindsight, that last year there were a lot of stories written about the Raptors' new offense and the fact that it was assistant coach Nick Nurse. And I just found it weird that there were so many articles written by
credit for Casey.
No, but
on
it was
the
like
offensive side.
But it was like national stories written in the States by like the New York Times or ESPN or whatever about Nick Nurse's new offense. And don't get me wrong, hey, shout out to you, Nick Nurse, but I just found it kind of odd in hindsight, looking back and being like, oh, okay, so Casey wanted, obviously the whole way through, Casey wanted to get a new contract. They weren't going to give him a new contract. But here's some dialogue about who this assistant coach is. Do you know what I mean? So then, so that when the time comes, it's not completely out of nowhere. Right?
Exactly.
There's idiots like me that can be like, oh no, Nick Nurse isn't that bad. He has a new offense. He's that guy, right?
Exactly. Yeah, someone leaked it for sure.
So I don't know if Casey feels, Casey's speech, I don't if you remember his speech at the NBA Awards when he got Coach of the Year, definitely sounded kind of salty. Which, I mean, I don't blame him for.
Salty Kyle, salty Casey.
Right? I don't blame him for. So I'm interested to see all that. I want to see
it's gonna be a good game.
I'm gonna like spot shadow and see the like breakdown of the Casey Nick Nurse handshake. Casey better get a standing O.
Yeah, he will.
And the video, I agree with you.
Yep.
Better have a video for Coach Casey.
On blast.